Second win in a row.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time, and Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
To throw, Young. And this is incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great player. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Third and long for Young. And this is going to be in.
Their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Go ahead.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey. 21G. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 of the year. The Dolphins will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And Young's throw there incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Young working out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. We look at this defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And they'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. So, Charles, it'll take nothing away from this young man under center because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good play.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Derek Brown just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Sanders on for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Young. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Young will set to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he goes down, but now they're getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Tua going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kyle Pitts, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Stays on his feet. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Young. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Quick slant, finding Claypool. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They need 12 here. It's third down.
Blue, check, pink, switch, yellow, opposite, green, check, white, Smith, red, black, swap, yellow, line, blue, check, pink, switch, yellow, opposite, green, check, white, Smith, red, black, swap.
This time they stay on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
21G.
Looking to pass. Tua. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Watson, Oscar. Out.
Running left, Achane. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Henry Anderson there on the stop.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun, it's Tua. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Yellow, line.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Ready.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready.
On play action, Young. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Opposite. Green.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 8-yard line.
Now Tua. Completion here to Claypool. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run straight ahead with Achane. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Hey, 21 TX.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Solo left Zion. Out.
Tua on 4th down, escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
It's now 2nd and 6
Black clock.
at the
Yellow
13-yard
line.
line.
Blue check.
Now Young. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Black red. Check pink.
A 1st down throw for Young. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a 1st down here.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. That throw by Young incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's got him in, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Ready. 20, TX. Help!
Here's Tua. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. They'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can buy.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this is caught at the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last shot for Young. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.